Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Davis. Wanted to thank all you folks first for watching my video and commenting on my Pittsburgh video. It's called Dishonored in Pittsburgh, and please share it with as many people as you can. Accountability is important. Um, we'll talk more about that later, but I wanted to get right into this. It's 22nd of March, 26th. It's Sunday. Beautiful out, blue sky, nice weather. It's about 68 out there. And today's topic, I'd like to talk about gratitude. Okay? I'm not here to be preachy or anything else, but I'm here to tell you why I am grateful. Um, if I can explain why I'm grateful, then I'm certain that you may get some different perspectives on why you should be grateful also, um, or why I hope that you would be grateful. I don't want to tell anybody that they should or should not do anything. That's not my place, and that's not what I'm about. Forcing my thoughts on others. Okay, so gratitude. Um, well, of course, like I said, it's a beautiful sunny day. I'm out here in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, uh, living out at my sis's house, and it's wonderful out here. My service dog Sam, he gets to run all over the yard. He gets to love on the chickens. He gets to play in the creek. All of these things. The sun shines on our face, and we can hear the wind blow at night, and it's just beautiful. And it's just it is just wonderful, and it put me in the proper headspace today to where I hope that I could share some things. Now, a guy or gal has a bit different perspective on what to be grateful for. Uh, my little thing is, let's say, my first deployment over during Desert Shield. Okay, 130 degrees. Okay, you're in a full kit, helmet, boots, leather boots, camis. You got your vest, your flak, your all of this stuff that you're lugging around and stuff like that. And I tell you what, it is a pain, and it's a lot more than a pain. But this is kind of a PG thing here. Um, anyways, you know, for the times that we had worried about chemical munitions being deployed and such like that, nerve agents in the air, so forth, we would get into a thing that all veterans know about, which is MOP Level 4, that military-oriented protective posture. It's to guard against biologics, to go against just about every nerve agent that they have, so on and so forth. But but what I remember about that is we had the alarms go off for a chemical attack, and and thank God it didn't happen. But we laid in those charcoal suits with full mask on, all of these other things, and uh, and and when you're young, you can get a bit wound out about things, and especially when you think that there are chemical agents in the air, nerve agents. And so you got you're laying face down with all your buddies and stuff like that, and you've got your gas mask on and all of your other gear and stuff like that. And I remember the air had a specific sheen to it. It was it's like somebody polyurethane the air. I don't know if that was a stress reflex or what it was. Maybe it was the gas mask. Maybe that it was so damn hot. All these other things. But I remembered we stayed in that posture for about 4 hours, and we had these little tubes on our gas mask where we could drink out of our canteen and stuff like that. And but due to the heat, everything that you drank, you sweated out right away, and a lot of that sweat was coming out of my face, and it was filling up my gas mask. And laying on your stomach, you got that um, all that sweat. It's getting up higher and higher on you, and it you can only swallow so much of it. You keep swallowing it and swallowing it, and I I guess I swallowed wrong, but I inhaled a whole lung full of that sweat, and I went into one hell of a coughing fit, which would be a big deal, except you have a gas mask on, and uh, and it's very difficult to calm down once you sucked in a bunch of sweat into your lungs, and you think that there's chemical munitions out there, and so on and so forth. It can be very stressful. Um, so right there, that's a thing that I'm so grateful that I don't got to worry about today. Um, Another thing is I don't have to worry about 30 miles to north of my position. There's 650 to 675,000 Iraqi Republican Guard that want to do us great harm. They want to kill us. Um, all of those things. Don't have to worry about Scud missiles today, right? Nobody's going to drop a Scud missile on me here in Clearfield. Uh, uh, Talk about Bosnia, okay? Bosnia, I was a convoy commander out there for a security element, and I did many convoys through the Pasavia corridor, and that is not a great place to be. A lot of death happened there, a lot of destruction, so on and so forth, and I'm not there today. I'm here, and I'll repeat myself. I'm here in sunny Clearfield, Pennsylvania. I am not in Bosnia. I am not loaded down with gear and stuck in the mud for days at a time, spending Christmas there and everything else. And I am back home here. I also served at a field hospital in Croatia. Just our job was just to maintain the tent hospital. It was very similar to Army MASH Hospital, and that's who we took over from. And I would go in there from frequently, I guess, and I was friends with a couple of the nurses and a couple of the corpsmen and stuff like that, and yeah, I got to see up close the wounds of war. A lot of landmine wounds, a lot of missing limbs. I was given the opportunity to sit with a Russian soldier who had been shot through the head by a sniper, and the lieutenant commander that was in charge of his care. I don't know his exact specialty, whether I just know he did surgery. And anyways, he allowed me to sit down with him, and for the sole purpose of teaching me about humility and the fragility of human life. Um, this boy wasn't going to make it. They just couldn't unplug him yet due to certain political things. But that taught me a lot, and one of the greatest things that it teaches me is that I need to take time each day to be thankful for the men and women who are downrange and deployed now. Just like those folks at the Du Bois Clinic wear those Remember Everyone Deployed shirts. Somebody is out there protecting us and serving us, and with a possibility at any time that they could lose their life. And so a great debt of gratitude to all of you folks who have done it, who are doing it now, and who will do it in the future. Freedom has a cost. See what else I can get into here. Later on, before I close, I'm going to play a song, and pardon me. It's called "A Hard Rain Is Going to Fall," and that is by Bob Dylan, and it's it has been a very favorite song of mine, and from time to time I'm going to list a song on this channel here a little bit. Just it'd be like a bonding thing. if I knew that you were listening to the music too, it would make me feel that connection that I often feel that I have lost. I PTSD is one hell of a thing, and it causes us to isolate. It shuts off our ability to see and be in the sunlight of the spirit. It destroys us. But I'm not here to just talk about the damage. I'm here to talk about what we can do about it. And I do plan on doing possibly a 10-part on the different effects of PTSD and depression and trauma. We'll also be dealing with chronic pain. Um, I I have used all of these things because these are all of the things that I was taught. Um, the one thing that I was missing all so much, and that I was asking for so frequently and needed so much, was I needed someone to stand with me, so I didn't feel so alone. Someone that could help me to get up and move on, and you know, there is a Rear Admiral McRaven. He's a he was a retired United States Navy SEAL. He was in charge of all of the special warfare on the West Coast. And I'm going to read something from him right quickly, so we can talk about teamwork. A little bit of a mess. I'm sorry about that. He says, and I quote, "If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle." You'll understand that reference a little bit if you understood that he was a United States Navy SEAL, and when they're going through training, you know, they're running with that inflatable rubber raft all over to chow to there's nowhere that they go without it, and so he talks about you know, it's never about one person. It's always about teamwork. And also, I'd like to say here, he's such a wise man, such a gracious man. "I know that anything I achieved in my life was a result of others who have helped me along the way. You cannot paddle the boat alone. Find someone to share your life with, make as many friends as possible, and never forget that your success depends upon others." And so that's what I'm asking for, folks. I'm asking for some help in getting those serious transgressions in Pittsburgh taken care of, and that reinforce the fact that us veterans can feel more protected. Then we know somebody has our back, and it's my goal to show others how you folks had helped me, so then I could go on and help others. And in turn, I do hope that you listen to my 10-part, and I'm going to call it the Blowout Kit for PTSD, depression, and pain. Blowout Kit, for those of you who don't know, that's a kit that we carry. It typically has a tourniquet in it. It might have a couple of chest seals in it. It'll have some quick clot for massive trauma, especially penetrating wounds such as gunshots, fragmentation wounds, so on and so forth. And anyways, it's your go-to to stop the bleed, basically. So then you can move on to other things, and that's why I'm calling my PTSD blowout kit a blowout kit, because for folks like me that have PTSD, sometimes we melt down, for lack of a better term, and all of the gauges turn red, and things are become very, very difficult. So I would like to go ahead and teach other veterans about about the different tools that they possess, right here. Boop, boop, boop. And other tools such as the the writing, you know, art, exercise, gratitude, breathing, meditation, getting out of self and helping others, um, thinking about and remembering just how very, very good that we have it. Um, and it's, and I know that sounded a little extreme with the gas mask and swallowing the sweat all day long and stuff like that, but that was the real deal, you know. And I, I just, I am so grateful to be home. Um, so very, very grateful to be home, be back in my own country again. You know, we don't always bring our troops home, and we lost a young man in Bosnia. He through suicide, he shot himself with a service rifle in a tent next to me, and my sister, who was also serving at that command at that time, unfortunately walked in on it and found the dead troop, and God bless him. But he didn't get to come home alive, um, and that's very, very sad. Um, but what we do with that information, I think that information is very important to think about the the responsibility that we have to one another to watch over our veterans and to not let them go down this path. And if you forgive me about this for a quick second, I think that this needs to be mentioned. When we're when we feel we're pushed to such a point that we want to end our lives, is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Um, that suicide hotline out there, that 988, the Veterans Crisis Line. I can't say enough about them. Good people. They could you imagine being on the phone talking to a one of us vets when we're thinking about ending our life? The stress that it has to put those folks under. Now, a lot of times when we think about suicide, we we think, okay, well, it's just we'll go ahead and shoot ourselves and it'll be over. And maybe that's a partial truth because it is over for us. But and I'm so sorry that I have to talk about this in such detail, but it's vital that we don't baby talk about this. When a veteran shoots himself or kills himself in some other way, there's there's someone who has to find that body. And I've got to say, those first responders and police, they never get used to that. It's you don't get used to it because they see so much more than that. They see the family left behind, or the friends, the community, um, and that pain is going to be with all of those folks for a very, very long time, probably for the rest of their lives. So it's not just us, um, that we're taking out of the game. It is we pull everybody down with us, and we pull them down for a long time. And I just want you veterans to know, um, don't give up. We don't give up no matter what. Uh, Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Um, I'd like to, talk about a great hero when I think about gratitude, and His name was Master Sergeant Roy Benavides. He was a Medal of Honor recipient in Vietnam. And please, please listen to his talk. I have never had such respect for such a beautiful, wonderful man in my life, and the strength that that man had, and how he set the example, and so on and so forth. Well, I think that's going to be it for right now. Thank you.